calm. You know what I'm saying? To separate that from inheriting that beat. But I remember when it...
What's back, homie?
Yeah. So the Pablos, the villains, I done been to all of those different hoods, bro. Like as a youngster, like functions, going to hang up. So I knew niggas my age from the halls and camp, and you know, you network. The other day, what's the name on this app now? Wack from Villain. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wack. Man, this nigga was in camp together 94, 93, 93, 94.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just so happy to see this nigga was still alive.
Man, listen here, man. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take. This shit is so far gone now. Like the treetops and the fruit towns. I would never thought in 100 years them niggas would be at it like they is now. When I was coming up, Fruit Town was the big homies, and I thought the treetops was their little homies. They were so tight. You know what I'm saying?
Kre Kre, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there, Kre Kre. But I got you, big homie. We don't want to go there.
That's what it was, though. Them was our little homies.
Right, but I'm saying it was so. I got two relatives from Treetop. I mean, we would slide through there and ride motorcycles all day in Davis and just go put some gas in the motherfucker and fall back and shoot dice and leave. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Going over there, I ain't got to worry about none of the homies busting my head or trying to take my Rolex chain. Niggas got their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you better not have on nothing worth no money. You better not have an iPhone. Niggas gonna plot on your life.
Yeah, that's that bullshit.
Hey, so Kre Kre, yo OG opinion, where the fuck did it go wrong at?
Man, listen, I ain't gonna really say. I know where it went wrong at. The more money, I think that crack cocaine split us up too, right? That split us up, and then it was a homeboy. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was, a lot of shit happened. In the late 80s, niggas was getting robbed a lot. Niggas was getting tied up, and a lot of niggas were getting burnt up and jacked. So, some shit went down, something went to the left, and then,
So that fucked up the B card? That's what fucked up the B card?
Went fucked up the B card because somebody got hurt real bad, real bad, and it was another homie versus another homie. And I don't know what the homie was thinking about. Like, niggas weren't going to find out. And then they found out that was the first situation. And then the other situation, the homies didn't nobody know who this nigga was, but a few certain people. But it was a homie doing all this burning niggas up and tying up niggas. You know what I'm saying? But he was seeking revenge on some other shit. But it was all behind money. Money. Birds. So that was, I kind of know where it started.
So
now, I don't know.
Niggas backdooring niggas when that paper
get involved. Right. That's
the problem. That's the problem, niggas. To be honest with you, when you take niggas who don't know nothing and you put them in business, regardless of whatever the endeavor is, when money get involved, niggas start behaving different and they'll snake you.
And so over the years, it's like this. I'm just gonna keep it 100. The bounty hunters had their reputation for. They been knocking shit down, but they also had a reputation for set tripping on motherfuckers. So motherfuckers
Kre Kre.
Yeah.
Can I pause you right there? Can I ask him that same question? So M, what's your opinion on that? When the B card went fucked up, what's your opinion on that?
I think it was when the dope came in, because we come from poverty, and it kind of changed the dynamics of how shit ran. Like, as a body, everybody got their role to play. Mm-hmm. Hustlers, some niggas know how to hustle, but they ain't ready to go pop that gun. But when you surrounded by enemies, you need niggas that pop that gun, or you finna lose these blocks that you control to generate the money. So basically, the riders help protect the neighborhood, and the hustlers take the money. They're supposed to take care of the rider. You get a nigga like Kre Kre, he go down for putting in some work. You got a nigga like Lil Stretch who got the big sack, and niggas like, hey, Lil Stretch, Kre Kre just got locked up. He needs something on his lawyer. And nigga, shit, nigga, I didn't nobody tell that nigga to go do that dumbass shit, right?
Right.
So now niggas is looking at this nigga Lil Stretch like, Nigga, what kind of homie is you? Nigga, how you think you able to do this over here? Nigga, them Crips would have been came and took this shit over, nigga. Right? So now niggas get to start feeling a certain kind of way. So now I get with Big Taz and Stats and I say, you know what? This nigga Lil Stretch got the hood fucked up. He ain't paying dues, putting in work, nigga. He just think he gonna make money while niggas go to jail. Nigga, we finna rob that nigga.
Right. That's it. That's how it starts.
Now you got internal beefs. And niggas, somebody gets knocked down. Niggas go to jail. And then you get into the politics in prison. That's a whole nother issue.
Right,
and another thing, Blood started...
At the same time, I was one of them young niggas, right? But I'm that same young nigga that got all Parus and Bloods on my back. So it's like, I hear it, but it's like, I don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was like, when I was talking on my channel, I was talking about like my favorite song out of the Fruit Town Brims. When I said my last one, my favorite shit, because I know what we can do when we come together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like an excuse, right? I wasn't an era. I'm not old as you and Kre Kre, M, right? But I was taught this though. Like, I was taught this. It wasn't nothing I made up and nothing I just heard. Like, I was really taught this. Like, I was really taught this. Hey, you a Blood? Them ops? Okay, we doing that. You love them? Fuck them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying,
man,
like,
what about teaching a nigga not to fuck with respected persons? Because that's a lot of things that where shit transpired too, right? You got little homies underneath you, and you got a nigga because he make a bag, he can do all type of fool shit. But niggas gonna ride for that shit because he's providing the paper. So now
it was different in my hood. Nigga,
you gotta think
that's
so
where,
South
that's
Central.
why I said the dope shit went different. Hold on, LS, let me build on that, right?
Go ahead.
That's why I said it's different now, bro. In my hood, them hustlers knew Lil Killer Jess and niggas like that, them niggas wasn't letting them hustle. Nigga will take your shit, nigga.
Speak on it.
You really dealing with gangsters, nigga. You ain't finna tell Lil Killer Jess you ain't kicking in on a homie that just got locked up for the burner. You know what I'm saying? When he passed that hat around. It's just not gonna happen. But you gonna be a victim. You know what I'm saying?
We never worship the money. That's a fact.
Right.
We got hey, when niggas don't know from LA Brim, we got millionaires that niggas don't even know. That don't got no followers.
Right.
We never put them niggas above the gangsters. Like, that ain't what we did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some new age shit. Like, they didn't give a fuck how many followers you got on me. Back then, it wasn't no followers, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no money. It wasn't about none of that.
But another thing that split the Bloods up, the Bloods, like, we didn't have, like, it was a big homie and a little homie. That was a stop. We didn't have babies, tiny infants, and now these niggas got cliques within your own hood. Like, we all from Athens Park, but I'm from the CK4, and they from this, that, you know, the Shaw lot, and all these goddamn cliques is like you from 3 different hoods. You know what I'm saying? Right. And these niggas go to jail, come back, they on the paperwork. I'm like, man, what the fuck is all this? I got to be from another gang in jail? Then I got to go against the homies on the street? This is niggas going all kind of directions.
In fact, all of this shit together was a gumbo that continued to weaken us. Because I could tell you this, in my generation, in the 80s generation, the Bloods didn't lose that war against the Crip. Because them niggas wasn't giving up a block. Outnumbered or not, niggas didn't lose a block. In war, everybody take losses. But I'm talking about niggas ain't lost a block.
Man, listen, if we hear about, like we was tight with the Jungles and the Millers, all the different hoods, or any Bloods, but in the hood that you really tight with, when they go to war, we're going to help them to go to war. You know what I'm saying? You like, you feel what? We're gonna go pop on them niggas too. This shit it don't have nothing to it. It's burnt out. It's over with. LA is through. That shit is through. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense no more.
I'm glad to hear you say that, man.
Because it's no more love in it. That's what the love gone, right? It turned to like
it's turned to some shit.
Right.
But you can't discount, man. Like the police fucking with all different type of technology. Shit too loose to be thinking you could be getting away with shit, man. Like,
man, listen. You got to be a goddamn fool to be out here. They got so many cameras and pointing at so many different. They got Google Earth And if they don't nobody really get away because they can just Google Earth your ass and catch you, right? I'm talking shit you did from 4 years ago, shit that's recorded 4 years ago. So I mean, leave that shit alone. There's too much technology out there, and there's too much.
Hey, but Kre, I want to talk about the love. Like, we got away from the love part about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
the love gone, dog. I mean, listen. At one time, I used to go. Niggas would come to the park, right? Coming to the hood. It might be a nigga from Eastside Payne, right? That's where in Wilmington. Eastside Payne, a nigga from Diver Lane, Compton, Piru, a Mexican blood gang, and a couple others. But we all from the hood, kicking it like we all from the same hood. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That's a fact.
Now,
Supposed to be. As far as what I think, what he said that the love is gone. Yeah, it's never gonna be that same love, right? Because I think that circumstances created that, right? But what go ahead.
Can you talk about my last again and how you feel about the post I put on my YouTube channel about when the homies came together and make that song?
Well, like I said, man, it touched me. It brought back so many different memories of me, my young bros, Fingers, G Tally,
right.
Gladiator Nino, Sweezy, Gladiator Kid, Yard Down Mimi, G Nut, Tiny Fingers, Baby Fingers, Bucciano, like Captain Hook, DT the Great, you know, all the shows that we did, the throughout Los Angeles, Southern California, performing the rocking the mic, you know what I'm saying, representing where we was from, the unity, man. That was the feel that I got from growing up, that everybody was united with one purpose, right?
It's a fact.
Everybody wasn't going in different directions. And that's what it felt like. And then at the same time, it was a positive direction. So, hell yeah, that was touching because that's the story. That's my life story. That was on my first album, my first mixtape, Still I Live. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it had a dream.
And two, so I'm streaming on my YouTube, right? And I want to talk about, like, when you got mad at me, right? I want to talk about it, right? I definitely want to talk about it, right? You didn't troll me. You didn't Facebook me. You didn't Instagram with me. You said, Lil Stretch, where you at? You at home? I'm pulling up. I was like, all right, bet. You was outside, jumped in your car, and you hollered at me, and you checked me as a real big homie, right?
Right.
So I think a lot of times we missing that. Like, you know what I mean? All this social media shit, I feel like it's crazy. Like, I don't get that part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Kre Kre just dropped the gems. He said the realest shit of the night. Niggas need to hang it up and get a job. Go get some paper.
Facts.
Stop trying to fuck around.
What I'm getting at, right? M didn't like what I did, right? He didn't troll me. He didn't make a status. Hey, Stretch, you at home? Yeah, I'm at home. All right. Bet. He hung up the phone. I'm outside. Pull up. I jumped this nigga car, and we hit miscellaneous corners, and he gave me his 2 cents. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. I'm saying, how the fuck we got away from that?
Well, niggas don't give a fuck no more.
And he checked me as a big homie. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. Like, you right.
Well, I mean, if I do a youngster like that right now, he might take it the wrong way. You feel what I'm saying?
No, like, I don't think he will. Like, M didn't post no status. Oh, fuck Lil Stretch. Right.
He
called me outside of Facebook, outside of Instagram. Hey, Lil Stretch, you at home? Yeah. All right, I'm about to pull up. He pulled up, we hit corners, and he talked to me. I'm saying, how the fuck we get away from that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, we got to. But listen, I'm doing this documentary called Worldwide Whooping, okay? Right? And I thought about it long and hard. I'm not putting no Cali Bloods in my documentary. There's no Cali Bloods whatsoever. I'm the only Cali Blood. All the Bloods in my documentary are from out of town, right? Because you have hoods out of town. Like, outside of Anthony's Park, we started a hood in Oklahoma, Tulsa, right? And we walked them through we gave them the game and we walked them through it. You know what I'm saying? So and then once we left them with that You know what I'm saying? How we trained them or how we groomed them, whatever I'm saying. Okay? We got homies down in Kansas City, Kansas, South Carolina, and we got we're pretty deep down in Tennessee, right, in Maryland. So my worldwide whooping, so far I got homies in Philly, Alabama, Arkansas. I got homies down south, right? But I got homies over there because they banging in London, in the UK, and I'm putting all them in the free. Africa, Thailand. I got all these bloods. Worldwide, that's why it's called worldwide whooping. But at the same time, I'm going to these different hoods. I'm in these hoods. Like, I was in Philly filming this documentary, right? All up in Alabama, all down in these niggas' hood, right? I'm trusting these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm coming down here, so y'all got to put y'all input on it because, some motherfuckers bang the right way and some niggas bang the wrong way. I mean, when I say that, I mean, some of us be stubborn. They don't want to follow protocol. They don't want to do it the Cali way. They want to do it their way. They want to take it back out to the, to their hoods. You know what I'm saying? They got put on in prison. They came in not banging, and then they went out banging. And then some already came, or they was claiming this, that, and that. So it was a little different. They had a little different twist on the East Coast as far as the South and the Midwest. South and the Midwest, they did it like kind of like more or less how we did it. The East did it like that a little bit, but they had their own twist to it too. Because a lot of them were saying that's how it was brought to them through, Mac and whoever showed them, this is what he showed them. So it was understandable. But it was just a little confusion. You know what I'm saying? So this is the worldwide whooping is about, because I'm gonna let them do them in the DVD. Do it how it was brought to you. And then we go come to, we go just show it from all aspects.
No, I understand what you're saying, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only one way to be a blood. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Like it's no such thing of a West Coast blood or East Coast blood. To me, that's bullshit.
But it was just mixing Vice Lord, like the 5 and the 6. We don't really the start. That's more or less Chicago Midwest, because they not working off colors. I mean, they're working off of you break your hat to the left, you break your hat to the right. You break it to the deep right, the deep left. That means something in Chicago. Wearing your hat a certain way, that means something. As more or less, like out here in Cali, Angel's hat has more, it means something, and a New York hat means something, and it has a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a lot of, you can lose your fucking life wearing those baseball caps if you don't know what the fuck you're doing in Cali.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you go somewhere else, it don't mean shit. But, you step off the plane.
You wear New York hat on the East Coast, or you from the East Coast?
I learned that my first trip
You wear that shit over
there.
here, you from neighborhood.
Right. I mean, you got, but our shit, you got to really see if you're not up on gang culture in California, you go die quick, because you might jump off the plane with a motherfucking New York hat on and roll to L.A. And then the New York hat, it represents neighborhood, and neighborhood Crips are the most hated Crips in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you step off and go down motherfucking Figueroa with the hat on, your shit gonna get blowed off. You know what I'm saying? So, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's much different. But, back then, niggas was wearing red and blue colors don't really mean shit, because like I was telling nigga earlier, you see Crips now, flame the fuck up. Well, no Crips wearing no red. Crips hated red. Bloods hated blue. You know what I'm saying? It was stuck on that color shit. But now you see Bloods with blue cars.
That's a super fact. But I'm saying, like, you absolutely right. But we'll wear some blue, but we ain't gonna do like no blue rag or no like.
I mean, but shit, a blue.
It's certain blue shit we're not gonna wear, like a blue rag or like.
I mean, but if you don't wear a blue rag, a blue belt is equal. A blue belt is equal to a blue rag. A blue shoestring is equivalent to a blue rag. A blue hat is equivalent to a blue rag.
I mean, because you know what I'm saying? I get you. I understand what you're saying.
I got to see that because when I first started banging, like, we only wore like red, brown, black, like. I didn't even like wearing regular jeans, not blue pants. I mean jeans.
Blue jeans, because they was blue.
Yeah, because they was blue. But my generation, we started
So y'all didn't
wearing
wear blue jeans back then?
Well, I mean, you could, but I didn't like to because I was just extra out and burnt.
Yeah, right. Just extra out.
Right. nigga was just extra out and burnt. But in my generation, we started wearing blue on Fruit Friday. But if you had that on, you was finna go take that ride. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and then at the same time, I was catching a lot of enemies when I was flamed up. And them niggas, I don't give a fuck. They could have on belt buckle. You know, remember the gangbang belt buckles you get from bail sales with the letters?
Right, all that shit. With the letters on it? Yeah.
Man, I caught a nigga with CRIP. 4 buckles in one. Blue khakis, blue shoes, blue belt, blue, yeah. Got this nigga, man, where you from? And it was on the bike. We beat the nigga up, took his bike, but the nigga said he didn't bang nothing. I said, I don't give a fuck if you ranked out on this one. You ain't getting away with this one, right? So, but the whole point is, so I started getting smart. I'm like, man, these niggas ain't stupid. They see a nigga with all this red on, they know a nigga burned it up, right? They know a nigga finna blow they top. So we started disguising ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Mixing in blue. I went and got the Super Bowl 30 Dallas Cowboy gooseneck, right? I caught this other nigga from 4-6 on Vermont with the blue chucks on. We beat him up. Instead of throwing his blue chucks on, they was my side. Instead of throwing them on the barbed wire like we do to show niggas that somebody got caught slipping, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of like a trophy. So niggas rolling around is like, beware, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas catching niggas in. But I kept the blue chucks. And I started wearing them on the dead homies. I ended up getting into it with the big homie T-Bone, right? I had a fade with him. I was 15 years old. Because he got out the pen and he like, where you from? Like, T-Bone, you really banging on me, nigga? I'm Eminem, nigga. I'm John Julius. He like, why you got on all this blue? And the homie's like, nigga, leave that nigga Eminem alone. That nigga out here really banging. You feel me? That's how they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But the homies, bigger homies from the generation before was looking at us like we was crazy. But it was just like a chameleon doing whatever it took to survive and to continue doing what we doing.